We are live. We are live. Welcome, everybody. We apologize for being a little bit late, but we have some technical difficulties, and that was on my end, so I blame the state of Florida. I'm not going to call the person name because I might get banned. That's the way how social media and the way how society is these days. But we just going to blame the state of Florida on this one. But hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, to Coach T41 Boys Basketball Scholarship Meet the Players. I'm very excited, and we have a special guest here, and I'll let this individual introduce himself.
Often intimidated, never duplicated. They could only be one, 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 one. I am the voice. Good night to the Virgin Islands. This is your boy, Coach T, the voice of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and good to be back with you, Mama Man, on the Elite Podcast. This is a very historic night. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let me see what we're getting on with the next generation.
Yes, I may. Yes, I. And real quick, I just, Coach T is selling himself short. Coach T is a farmer, professional basketball player. Also represented the country of the Virgin Islands for many years in basketball. Participated in the Olympics, played against some of the greatest basketball players on the planet. Rest in peace to the greatest Kobe Bryant. He was blessed to play against Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, and the list goes on and on. So it's amazing what he's accomplished. He also has a movie. He also have his own book, and right now he's dedicating his time to give back to all the student athletes and all the youngins in the Virgin Islands. So Hall of Famer Kevin Shepard.
Yeah, man, Mama Man. Wow. All right, mic drop. I off the stage.
Yeah, man. We got to big you up, man. This is honestly, this is a great thing, man. What you're doing with the scholarship, so it's amazing. So I really appreciate what you have done and what you're doing and continue to do.
I appreciate that, man, and I must have give a lot of love just to my entire staff of Choices Basketball, you included, Mumba, for hosting this and being a part of Choices Basketball. Donald
Yes,
Ball,
yes.
Lanice, Spud, also my sister Carrie Ann. She's the backbone behind everything. She got a lot of things moving.
The real deal. The real deal, Carrie Ann. She's the real deal. That's the superstar.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I must give a big shout out to Terrence Lake. I want to thank me and him, his family. I gotta get with him and kind of discuss to him that I'm a Lake also. I'm a Christian like yourself, a shepherd, a Joseph, and a Lake.
Yeah.
And Terrence Lake has been very instrumental donating to some of these scholarships as well. And we want to say a lot of love to Terrence Lake. We need a lot more people like him in terms of donating for the next generation. So big up Terrence.
Also, we can't forget Pops.
Oh, for sure. The great cool one.
Yeah. Also Coach Haywood, Dean Haywood, Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Part of the CB.
Coach Haywood, we also have a scholarship for him. I got to get with him to see how we're going to distribute his scholarship. This year, we didn't have a lot of seniors. So we are trying to give most of these scholarships to seniors because we want them to really dream high and encourage them to go to college. And that's really why we want to create a scholarship program for seniors. We don't really want to give it to juniors and sophomores so them can take our money and go and buy a bunch of Jordans. We want them to really invest this in education because we believe in higher education and definitely pursuing your dreams. And anyway, we can help out in terms of making that financial strain less. Because Mumba, man, you've been to college. There's many days I've been very hungry, boss.
Me too.
And believe me, if I could get $50 for a week.
Oh, how you mean?
Trust me.
Talk about
you know how many kaboom and two for two burgers and McDonald's and
double cheeseburger was $1 back then.
Oh man, 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
McDouble. My fridge was filled with burgers.
Yeah,
filled.
Man. Not
the
ramen
Crystal
noodles.
Burgers.
Yeah, Crystal burgers, ramen noodles.
Man. So we understand how the strain in terms of financially in college, and all we want to do is just make sure that we can just give a little thing. We know it's not a lot of money in terms of today's age. Yes, $1,000 is a lot, but in terms of what these guys are going to have to face in college, it's going to go a long way in terms of having some type of financial support. And we're hoping to continue this for many years to come.
Many
That's
years
our
to
goal.
come. That's the goal. Definitely, definitely. You know, well said, man, Coach T. Well said, Coach T. Well said. So, so we have four finalists, and I'm excited to meet the finalists, especially when they're always in your presence and you working with them. So I know they're definitely good student athletes, so.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk a little bit about all four. Let me start first with Jared. His mom would say Jared, Jared. I used to say Jared, Jered, but no, it's Jared. So I don't want she call my phone and start texting. Don't text me, Bianca. It's Jared Brown. Okay, he's actually in 12th grade, but he's actually only 16 years of age, which means he had a double skip. A super intelligent young man, very good volleyball player. He's really starting to catch his stride, especially on the defensive end. He's such a great shot blocker, good rebounder. And I will say, Ben, if he was only in 10th grade and I could just get 2 more years with him, you'd never know. But, he could definitely trade down Mumbai. He's one of the few that can dunk and do his thing.
Awesome. Nice, man.
Uh,
Nice.
he
Like to hear
hails
that.
out to our school, St. Croix Educational Complex.
Lot of pressure on
So
him. Lot of pressure on
yeah,
him.
yeah, we want to hear his story tonight.
Yeah.
So, Jared is one of my guys, and he's also a founding member of the VI Elite. He was on the first team. He was very young. He didn't play much the first year, but this year he's on the traveling team as well, which he is a perennial starter, and he plays a lot of minutes. Sometimes he starts, sometimes he don't. It depends on the game situation, but he plays a lot of minutes. So I'm very proud of his development. Um,
Nice,
the
nice.
next player I will say is another member of the VI Elite would be Mark Prince. He was an original member. Actually, when Mark went up with us during COVID, he was such a great defender. We had so many teams up there, high school teams wanted him. As you know, Chad and Keenan was two of the guys there, along with Khalid and Q. They stayed in the States, played in Georgia.
Yeah.
They also wanted Mark in Florida and Jalen. But Mark was just such a great defensive player, man. He was terrorizing guards. Every time a guard would do a crossover, he reminded me so much of Pan. Every
Oh,
time a guard
wow.
would do a crossover, I would say, "All right, Mark, get your cookies, go get a layup." He was just
Get your
that good in
cookies.
terms of picking you. His corner three is like who used to shoot the corner three in the NBA? Bruce Bowen,
Yeah.
right?
Excuse me. Yeah, Bruce
And
Bowen,
Raja Bell.
Raja
Yeah,
Bell,
he's
someone else
yeah,
too.
he's a carbon copy of those two players. He can shoot the three, he can play defense, and he's just one of the hard-nosed players that I'm so proud to coach. He bring the toughness to the team, a no nonsense type of guy. He doesn't care if he's playing against LeBron James, Bronny James. He don't give a crap. He's gonna go out there and play his hardest. So,
I love that. I
uh,
like to hear that.
I definitely salute Mark. The third player I would like to say is this year's member of the VI Elite. Also, his name is Razai. I used to call him Razi also. I couldn't get his name right, so I used to call him Little Shab. His father was his father was one of the best scorers in the Virgin Islands history, especially on St. Croix for the Pushers team, and also one of my best friends. So it was a pleasure when he told me, "Hey man, I want you to really take my son under your wing and start, teaching him the game." And
Yeah.
one thing I can say about Razai, if it's one person I know who will run through a wall for you, it's gonna be Razai. He's gonna play so hard. Um, I call him the Vinny microwave. A lot of these guys they will hate that name. They don't know who I talk about. Mumba. What name?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
We
but
need
he's the
microwave.
Vinny microwave in the Virgin Islands. He has one of the best mid-range shot. He can just come off the bench and just light you up. Um, his growth of the game and his understanding and his willingness to kind of just really get better. And that's what really impressed me about him. He's young also. A lot of these guys are young, even Kishan. But the fact that Razai have just grown so much, I just wish I had more time with him. But the future is really bright for him. And then the last candidate is Keyshawn Fredericks. So Keyshawn is somebody I just met this year. I didn't even know Keyshawn I played basketball because if I did, I would have definitely grabbed him and put him on the VI Elite. I saw this guy first time playing for Free Will. He was just stealing ball, coming on the court, and then I saw he threw down a big dunk. and a team. I forgot who he was playing against, but he threw on a serious dunk. I was like, dude, who is this dude? And everyone was like, yeah, that's Fedrix. That's our boy's son. I was like, what? What are you guys talking about? I never see this dude in my life. But he could play. And his energy and the work, and he was just working so hard and getting steals and doing Euro steps. I was like, golly, I gotta get a chance to know who this guy is. I need to get this guy in camp because this guy's good. And then when they told me he was in 12th grade, I was like, oh no. He was probably a soccer player. He just transitioned over to basketball, but remember he can play.
I like to
Yeah,
hear
he's
that,
in 12th
man.
grade, you
Love
know.
that.
And I was just so impressed with him. He comes and train with us now and again with the VI Elite, but I was just so impressed with him, his determination and his effort. One thing you can't teach in basketball is effort, man. And this guy is gonna
That's
bring
true.
that effort.
Most
And
important.
yeah, man, I was just so proud of his effort. And the sky's the limit with him. And anytime he needs me to work with him and continue doing to develop his game, I'm always here for him. That's what I told him. And we're hoping to see bigger and better things from Kishan. So those are just a little bit of information of all the 4 finalists. I don't want to give too much because I want these guys to tell their own stories. Mumba, I'll go in the
Yes.
background and just keep my mouth zip because I got a mic and I love the mic.
Use the man in the mic, man. So
Like they always say, often imitated, never duplicated. They could only be one. I am Love Voice.
The voice, man. The voice. I love it, T. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, man. So you can
Yeah.
you can bring these guys on, man, and the show is all yours. But I'll be in the background.
All right, brother, man.
Come on when the show is finished, and I'll just shoot some questions to you. I got Coach Jackson is also online. He's sending some texts and stuff like that. So we got a lot of good coaches watching these young men, and I wish these guys the best, man. I'm so proud of these dudes, and the sky's the limit, and that's why we're here.
Sounds good, Coach T, man. Sounds good. As you will be back on later on, man. So, all right, Coach T, man. So I will be bringing up the 4 finalists. So hope everybody ready. Hope you guys got your cameras ready. Mr. Brown, you might want to bring that camera down a little bit. So we could see, a little bit more. So everybody tuning in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is an amazing opportunity for the 4 finalists. Perfect, Brown. Perfect. If anybody following on YouTube, make sure you guys like the live. Also follow the channel because we represent the Virgin Islands. And we have many episodes online that you guys can always go back and watch. And in the future, next couple months, we'll be focusing on college and high school athletes. So definitely you guys want to follow it just to, stay tuned. So I will be bringing up all the 4 finalists so you guys could see them. And that was a mistake. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Make sure your mics is on mute. Yeah, man. How you guys doing? Good night. How everybody doing? Kishan, unmute that mic.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. How you guys feeling, man? Everybody good?
Yeah, we good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Good to see you guys, man. You guys looking good. You look like you guys look like you guys in good shape. First of all, so you look like you guys in tip-top shape. It look like if a college invite you to a showcase or a camp, you guys look like you guys ready to perform. Is that right?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Good, man. Good. So I'll start with Kishan. Kishan, kind of introduce yourself. Tell us what high school you go to. Tell us what middle school you went to. Tell us which part of the island you from, so everybody could kind of have an idea.
Good night, everybody. My name is Keishan Fredericks. I go to Freeway Baptist Christian School. And, I live on the east side of the island, Christiansted. I went to middle school in the States, and I had transitioned down here, and I just been playing basketball everywhere I go.
Lovely, man. Razai.
Good night. My name is Razai Denbo, a senior for Goro Country School. I was in the States for middle school. I moved down here 2020 after COVID. I live on the west side in Wim.
Mark.
Yeah, good night. My name is Mark Prince, senior at Central. I live on the east side. And middle school, I went to Elena Christian. And I was a proud Carib.
Yeah, I like to hear that. Pro Carib, Pro Carib. Jerry, talk to me.
Yeah, hello, Mike. Good night, good night. My name is Jared Brown. I'm a senior for St. Croix Educational Complex, and yeah, I've been playing basketball for a couple of years now, and I love it. And shout out to Coach Tegan for helping me develop my skills.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Excuse me. And once again, congratulations to the 4 finalists. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are a representation of the community and of the Virgin Islands, man, and of your schools and the coaches that you guys play for. So we had a question, and I guess I'll just ask this question because it was a question one of the viewers asked. Have any of you guys have received a scholarship yet or an offer?
No.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
So now-
Okay, not yet. Okay, so first question I'll ask you guys, right? Sometimes at that age, sometimes you guys some players think ahead and some players kind of live in the moment. So first question is where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years as an athlete and a non-athlete? Come
I
on,
guess
talk
I
to me.
focus in 5 to 10 years. I see myself either working as an engineer or playing ball professionally somewhere. That's my goal.
Okay. Kishan, how about you?
In 5 to 10 years, I see myself in the league, in a league playing professional basketball through college. That's the dream and that's the goal.
Mark, what
I think
about you?
in front of 10 years, I see myself playing professional ball, at least overseas. If not, being an electrician or a police.
Nice, nice. Jared?
yeah, in 5 to 10 years, I see myself. Well, my goal is to reach to play professional basketball, or if that doesn't work out, to go into the business industry or something along those lines.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I like that you guys have your athletic goals and also personal goals. And each personal goals is great goals, especially how the world is going. All those goals that you guys mentioned is pretty much going to be in high demand. So I like where your mentality and where your guys' mind is at, man. So definitely. Which strengths do you believe you have that will make you become a great athlete? And we'll start with Mark on this one.
My strength is a good defender. I don't hustle a lot. Is a good shooter. I don't give up until the end.
Razai, how about you?
My strength, my energy, and my hustle. Like Tegan said, I'll come out there and put everything on the court in every game, and I have a nice shot, and I play good defense as well. So I think that's my strength.
Jared? How about you, Jared?
Yeah, my strengths would be my defense, my rebounding, and my block shotting. Excuse me. Yeah, like I was saying, my strengths will be my defense, my shot blocking, and my rebounding, and also my coachability.
Okay. And Kishan, how about you?
My strengths would be my determination and consistency, being able to hustle, get back on defense, being able to get to the basket at any point in given time, and just being an overall defender. And my energy is high. I keep it at a good pace and know when to speed it up and slow it down. So I'll be able to hustle back on defense on both ends of the courts.
Okay. Now we'll start with you, Razai, first. And what's your age? What's your height? And what's your weight?
Okay. I'm 17 years old. I'm about 5'10", and I'm 150 pounds.
Jared, how about you?
Yeah, about 6'5", 6'4". I'm about 275, and yeah,
Mark?
I is 18. I about 5'10", 5'11", and I weigh like 180.
180. And Kishan?
I'm around 6'2" in height, 6'2.5", and around 175 in weight.
Okay. So all you guys got good size, man. All you guys got good size. And Mark, what position do you play?
I don't play guard,
Point guard, shooting guard, or combo?
shooting guard. I have combo. I could play both, but I ain't really a point. I don't really have fun of point guard.
Okay.
I rather play off the ball.
Off the ball. Kishan, how about you?
I'm around a small forward, but I could be put as a guard, but my main position is a small forward.
And Razai?
I mostly play shooting guard, but I could play a little bit point guard too.
Okay. And Jared?
Well, I had a skill and height to play through the 2 through 5, but I prefer to play the 4.
Okay. Now, as basketball players, is there? And I'll start with Mark first. Is there any college or NBA player that you guys look up to or model your game after, or kind of look at the way how they play and kind of take some of their tools and apply to yourself?
I ain't really got college. I mean, whichever one I could get into, I rather get into. I ain't really a picky person.
How about a college basketball player that you might look at, or an NBA player that you model your game after, or probably take some of their skill set and apply it to your skill set? Anyone?
Klay Thompson shoot a lot. He could play D and could handle the ball.
It's a good player. That's a good player to model your game after, and take some of their skill set. Razai, how about you?
For me, I like to shoot the mid range. I'm a pretty good mid range shooter, so I look at guys like Chris Paul, DeRozan, and Devin Booker to try to see how to come off my spots and stuff like that.
Kishan?
One player that I favor the most is Kyrie Irving, because I'm a player that likes to attack the basket from anywhere, any point on a time in the court. And Kyrie Irving is a player where he puts himself in a position to where he could get to the basket at any point or given time. And he's able to make a three from the 3-point line at any given point as well.
And Jared?
Well, I look up to Kevin Durant and Antetokounmpo because I admire their ability to be versatile, and the way they use their length, I admire that. So Kevin Durant and Antetokounmpo.
Okay, so I'll start with Razai first. Now, playing sports in general, but we'll go with basketball. It's a very tough sport. It's a fast-paced sport, right? You make a mistake, you gotta forget about it, but you have to have short-term but long-term memory at the same time. So it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. You gotta be able to learn from your mistake, but forget your mistake and move on to the next play. So much going on in the game. What's your preparation before a basketball game, and what's your mentality when you step between the lines?
My preparation, I just listen to music, make sure I stretch, get warm up, get my muscles ready to play the game. And when I step on the court, I just want to go out there and do my best and just leave everything on the court every time I play.
And Kishan?
Well, something that I do before my preparation before a game is, well, one of them is I just listen to music to get in the right mood. And before the game starts, I just go in the stands or the crowd or wherever, and I did talk to my father. Did talk to me before the game, coach me before the game, telling me, play your game, don't let nobody get in your head, just do you. And then I like to always say a little prayer before the game, because I can't do it without God. You know what I mean? He gave me the strength I need to be able to run, jump, and catch me when I fall. So I like to give a little thanks to God above.
And Jared?
Yeah, my preparation would be to point out what I feel my team would need to win the game and set goals for myself. Like, for example, like this game, I'll need to get 20 rebounds or get 10 blocks. Like, I would set goals for myself and try and achieve the goals.
And Mark?
Well, me, I don't listen to music, stretch, and when I go on the court, I don't have no friends. I want to win, so I don't give my all.
Love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love all you guys' mentality, man. I know your coaches have a joy coaching you guys. I know Coach T and all the other coaches, coach you guys, train you guys, have a joy, coaching you guys, man. So I know they're definitely proud, you know. So I'm gonna start with Jared first. What makes you guys so passionate about playing sports and playing basketball?
Well, for starters, I grew up in a athletic family, so I was thrown into sports from a young age, and then I was thrown into sports team from a young age, like a positive guidance, and then ever since then I just grew my love for sports, volleyball, basketball, etc.
How about you, Mark?
Well, living in hood, I just see people playing basketball, started playing and try for the school team, and then I get recruited to play with Alliance. I wasn't too good, but I could thank my coaches for working on me and making me become a better person.
Lovely, lovely. What about you, Razai?
Like Jared said, I grew up in an athletic household. Both my parents have played sports growing up, and my father is a really good basketball player, so he get me into it. And at first, I didn't like it, but my love for it come eventually, and he put a lot of time into me and working with me. So that's what get me into it for real, and I really enjoyed it. It's a way to connect with him and everything.
And you, Kashan?
Well, I grew up and around basketball players like my grandfather and my father. They were very good at what they did. They loved the game, and they played it to their best. And I kind of followed in my brother's footsteps. I watched him play when I was younger, and I started playing for fun normally, and then along the way, as I continued to play and continue to work at it and get better, I started to fall in love with the game, and I continue to push myself and really put the work and time into it.
Nice, nice. Jared, I asked you already, right? Jared, I asked you that question, right? Already? You answer it? I tripping out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I answered it.
Okay, okay. So is there a coach and this question is for Mark first, is there a coach or athlete that you look up to as a role model? And if yes, why?
I mean, I look up to Tegan because he do put in a lot of work with us, which you don't really have to.
How about you, Jared?
Yeah, I also look up to Tegan because, matter of fact, that like, despite him already finishing his career, he gives back to like the community, and that's my plan after I retire or finish my when I'm over with my career, either with volleyball or basketball, to give back to the community and make um the sports great again.
How about you, Kashan?
I would say my coach Baker, because he really welcomed me into his home and his place to teach me on some of the stuff that I really need to work on. Whether I would from morning until nighttime, he took me in and really showed me the game. Even though I didn't quite understand some of his methods, it all played a very important role. Coach Tegan as well, because although he just met me this year, you know what I mean, he took me in and he welcomed me. He welcomed me onto the team to practice and really showing me different skill set that I'm adding to my game.
And yeah, I look up to Tegan, of course. He been, like you said, he been working with me for a little bit. I really appreciate it. And I have to show respect to Donald Bow. He was the first one to work with me with this basketball stuff. And I came a long way since when I first was working with him on Spud. So I have to give thanks to him.
Lovely, lovely. First of all, I want to big up your parents and big up all your coaches as well, too, man. So everyone have done a fabulous job. On a side note, I'll say this and I'll say this live because I know we have a good amount of people watching. When I was your guys' age, my sophomore year, I played on the varsity team, and I had no direction with the way how my life was going because I was getting in a lot of trouble and stuff like that. And just seeing Coach T passion for the game and his relentlessness, and I pronounce that word wrong, so I apologize. But his focus of becoming a college basketball player was amazing. His work ethic, not just him, but his good friend Kevin Bogus, as well too. So that motivated me to and inspired me to try and play at the college level. So as the way how he has inspired you, he has inspired me even when he was a high school athlete. So I definitely want to get that out, because when I was driving today, I was thinking about it. How he inspired me to try and make it to college. So he has been an inspiration since he's been a high school athlete, man. So definitely big up to Coach T and everything that he's doing, man. But we'll get back to the questions. So what's your guys' experience playing for the VI Elite, and how was the experience traveling abroad? If you guys was able to travel abroad with the team, I will start with Jared first.
Okay, well, at first, I used to play with a Ola group, so I didn't used to get as much minutes, but it was mainly like a great experience. So I could experience what I would need to work on for when I travel with my age group. So I appreciate that. And now that I travel with my age group, it's a great experience. I get a lot more minutes, and I just improve overall over the years through playing BI Elites. So, yeah.
Okay, Sean, next.
Well, I just joined the team, you know what I mean? So I haven't really traveled with them as yet, but I have traveled with all my other outside leagues. And it's a great experience because you're going against higher and better competition, especially around from other places. So it's just a learning experience, you know.
You, Razai?
Yeah, I joined last year, so I only traveled with them twice so far, and it was a good experience. The first time we win the tournament, the next time we move up, we play against a stronger division, and Ting and Chum in the fire, and them dudes are a lot better than us. But I think it was a really good experience to show us how far we could go.
And Mark?
Well, I was the original, so I travel a lot. Yeah, exposed to a lot of good players, and it helped me build my game.
What are some of the difficult challenges you guys face as an athlete? And I'll start with you, Kishan.
I think some difficulties I have is I would say I'm an overachiever. You know, I always want to push myself to the next limit. And I think when I make a mistake, even if it's a little mistake, whether a bad pass or a missed shot or a simple layup I would miss, I think I would beat myself up on it and get too hard on myself, because it's like I know the type of player I am, I know the skill set that I have, and I know the work that I put in to get to where I'm at. So when I miss a simple shot or a layup or a defender, not even a defender, the person with the ball gets past me or something, I tend to beat myself up on it, which is something I think I need to work on. But I think it's a good thing because I continue to push myself better on it.
Nice. Razai?
I'd say, like Sean said, being too hard on yourself, getting down on yourself when you make a mistake. Our next thing is like accessibility to courts and gyms, because during COVID, I stopped playing ball a little bit because in the States they take down the rim, them all the gym they were closed. But now it really is just like how staying in the right mindset, not getting down on myself and just having short term memory, like you say, like, get back, don't worry about the last one, get the next one.
Nice. Mark?
As I say, COVID, I lose a lot of my game. Then I joined the VI Elite. Tegan work on me, bring me back.
Jared?
Also getting down on myself, and also during COVID, I didn't have much time to work on my game, so my game declined. But now that I was introduced to BI Elite again, my my game was improved again.
Nice, man. So being a student athlete is very tough. You have a lot of responsibilities. And how do you manage your athletic responsibilities and other activities outside of basketball? I'll start with you, Jerry.
Well, personally, I feel like if you really want something, you don't really pay attention to the fact that it's a lot of work. You just do it and you get up and do it, and that's the mindset I have. Like, what I really want it, so I just go up and do it.
And Kishan?
Kind of like what Jared said, you know what I mean? If you really want it, you put your mind to it. There's no excuses on why you shouldn't get your work done. You know what I mean? Part of being a student athlete is your education come first. You know, that's a big thing in my household. It's your education first and then basketball. You know what I mean? You have to put in the same time and work that you put on the court, you have to put in your school work as well. And that's a big thing for me and my family.
Razai?
For me, I just do my homework at my schoolwork at any point in chance I get, whether it's in our next class when I finish my work. Before games, I had a couple of games where I doing my homework in the car before the game start. So it's just like managing your time wisely, making sure you can balance it efficiently. And once you find the balance, you're gonna be able to really grow as a player and as a student.
And Mark?
As the most part, like everybody said, you have to put your mind to it, and you have to learn to balance everything out.
Well said, guys. Well said, man. You guys big time, man. I'm really, really, I'm getting goosebumps while I'm talking to you guys and hearing you guys' answers, man. You guys are very, very mature and very, very intelligent, man. So you guys, I'm not sure if many people tell you guys they're proud of you guys, but I haven't been around you guys physically, but I'm really, really proud of you guys, man. So you guys doing some great things, man, and keep up the good work. As we keep on moving, um, favorite, I'll start with you, Jared. Favorite subject and least favorite subject in school.
My favorite subject would be writing, like my English class, because I like to write and like, I read my writings and express my thoughts to my writing. And my least favorite subject would be probably math. Even though I'm good at math, it gets frustrating at times. So, but yeah, that would be my least favorite subject.
Okay. How about you, Kashan?
My favorite subject is math because don't get me wrong, it's hard, you know what I mean? But it's like you have to really study it and I like to push myself. I don't like nothing easy or given to me. I like to walk for it. So it's like it seemed hard at first, but once you know the formula, you know the skill set around it, it's like it's the easiest thing in the world. And then my least favorite subject would probably be literature and grammar. That's probably my least one. It's not that it's hard. It just when it comes to it, it's like I don't feel like doing
Okay.
it. Yeah.
How about you, Razai?
My favorite subject right now is science. I always love science, and yeah, that's something that I have always enjoyed. And my least favorite subject is like English, because at the end of the day, I'm really good at writing essays, but I'd rather not write one.
How about you, Mark?
Favorite subject is math because I like money. I like to count money, and at least it's English because me ain't really a writing person. I don't hate to write.
You just like to sign them checks, huh?
I just like to count money. I like money, so I got learn math. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Earlier you guys mentioned family members, that also play sports. How is like being an athlete while a family member, a parent was a former athlete? How does that work, after the game, before the game? Is it tough for you guys or is it okay? How is it? I'll start with you, Mark.
Well, my family ain't really grew up on the island, so I don't. They ain't really play sports like that. But I got other outsiders that encourage me, and so yeah.
How about you, Jared?
Well, yeah, for my mother was a professional. Well, no, she played college volleyball, so it's hard to like get out to her spotlight. And she also played basketball, so that's for one. Like being in her spotlight, it's hard to get out of the shadow.
Yeah.
And but she does give a lot of good advice before and after games, so that's a good pro to it. So
How about you, Kishan?
It's very good, My grandfather, he played in St. Thomas, St. Croix. He played in the Olympics. My father followed in his footsteps, playing college, getting scholarship for college basketball and baseball. So what I mean, I take pointers from both of them, and especially my father. What I mean. It's kind of hard sometimes because it's like I feel like I could be better. What I mean. I feel like I could be doing better. I could be playing better, but he just reminds me that he knows the type of player I am. He knows that I could play. I don't have to impress nobody but myself. So he just kind of reminds me and tells me that all the time, and just to play my game. That's his favorite quote, to tell me, just play your game.
How about you, Razai?
At first, it was a lot of pressure because my father was one of the best scorers in the VI, so I feel like I just really needed to be, one of the best. And like my mother, both my parents tell me I don't have to try to be my father, just be my own player. I could model my game after him, but I have to come out and be myself on the court. I can't be my father.
Well said, fellas. Well said. Well said. So far in your young, athletic career, and I'll start with Kishan first. What has been your greatest accomplishment so far as an athlete individually and also as a team?
Well, I will start with athlete individually. As an athlete individually, I think I came a long way because before, I struggled in some areas. Like one of them was my left hand. I couldn't have used my left hand, and that was a big weakness for me because as a good defender, they will point out your weakness. You know what I mean? And that's a struggle. But once I worked on it and I kept the whole summer, I went by my coach Bigger's house and I just kept working on it, pounding the 10 pound ball, 20 pound ball, and just working and turning that weakness into a strength. And another one is I would get frustrated a lot on the court, mad at my teammates if they miss a shot, a bad pass. And overall, as a team, I just worked on being a better teammate, when my teammates fall, instead of following them, I build them back up. If they miss a shot, I don't let them get too much in the head. I big them up and be like, yo, like, use a shooter, what I mean? Just keep shooting. You don't don't let that ball get in head. You know what I mean? We better than them, what I mean? Let's act like it, you know what I mean? And I just worked on that as a player. And that's being a captain and a leader too. Being there for your team and as an individual.
Okay, lovely. How about you, Razai?
My biggest accomplishment is individual, like how far I've come in the last couple of years. And I say the major reason I come so far is because I built my confidence up. Because at first I wouldn't take shots, I wouldn't believe in myself. So, you don't really limit yourself by having a lack of confidence. And as I gain that confidence, my game just grew. And that's how I got to where I am now. And as a team, our biggest accomplishment was winning the tournament in Orlando with VI Elite.
How about you, Mark?
My biggest accomplishment is my defense. That when I first started playing, I had no defense. My defense was sucks. And work on it over the years, become better, become a great defender. And my team, what I try to do is encourage my team to just play the game. Don't let nobody get in the head.
Nice, nice. How about you, Jared?
Yeah, my biggest accomplishment would be walking my way from like being at the end of the bench to being in the main starting fight for my team and helping out my team way more. Over the years, my improvement, that would be my biggest accomplishment to me. My biggest team accomplishment will be winning the tournaments in Orlando, like Razai said, for VI Elite.
Nice, nice. Man, that question, you guys really shocked me, man. All you guys answered in the individual accomplishment was your growth. All you guys really focus on your growth of your accomplishment. It wasn't like, oh, I won scoring champion, or I was the MVP. None of you guys mentioned that. You guys mentioned your growth as an athlete, and I think that speaks volume for you guys. And I think, you guys being in the hands and in the presence of the different coaches, especially, being involved with Coach T, who has been, a former professional athlete and a college athlete. I think that you guys have really paid attention and listened to what's important as being a athlete, So I really admire you guys' answer. That's amazing, So, side note, everyone, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody on YouTube, definitely follow the channel. as we represent the Virgin Islands, and in the next coming months, we definitely going to be focusing on a lot of the student athletes that's abroad in college and also in high school. And also, if you guys get a chance, definitely visit Choices Basketball, Choices Basketball Association, choicesbasketball.org. Also follow them on Facebook as well too. If you guys can, you guys could also donate because all the donation goes towards the student athletes, etc. So definitely if you guys get a chance, definitely check out the website. Also Choices Basketball 340@gmail.com. If you guys want to send any type of email, just of the work that the federation is doing, the association is doing, excuse me. So we'll get right back to it, but I appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting all the finalists. Worst defeat in your young career, and I'll start with Mark first. Unmute.
My worst defeat was you could come back. You could come back to me.
All right, so we'll go with Jared.
Oh, my worst defeat.
Honestly, my biggest defeat would have to be the overall season for Complex. I mean, we did improve throughout the season, but we lost multiple games due to our youth in the team and a lot of freshmen being on the varsity team. So that would be my biggest defeat.
Nice. How about you, Kishan?
I wouldn't say this year losing the semifinals. I would mainly say last year, because last year as a player, I felt like that was my team, and I felt like instead of bigging them up and bringing them up as a team, I felt like I was tearing them down, and I just felt like I was too much involved into myself as a player, and I wasn't an overall team player. I was just a self player, and I think if I had the skill set and mindset that I had now, I think we would have probably won more games and won the championship last year. But I just felt like I could have done better as a player to bring up my team instead of just myself.
Nice. How about you, Azai?
And for me, well, last year, country, we lose to Central in the finals. We get blown up bad. And then this year, again, we come off a big win in the semi-finals against Free Will. I am feeling good. And then all of a sudden, they come down with a really bad sickness. And we are not getting blown out again. So I couldn't even watch the game, couldn't even move. So I was really hurting.
All right, Mark, back to you now, man. You sound like you're a winner, so
my worst defeat been losing to a private school in Iraq.
Okay. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Great answers, guys. Great answers, man. Accountability. I noticed when you guys speaking a lot, you guys ain't using the word accountability, but just the way how you guys answer the questions, you could tell that you guys definitely hold yourself accountable, for some of the mistakes that you guys make. And being able to hold yourself accountable at a young age, especially at a young athlete as well too, is definitely going to help you blossom, improve, and become a better athlete. And not just a better athlete, but become a better person. So continue to hold yourself accountable. Never let your ego, your pride, take over you. So you guys are amazing, man. So I can't stress that enough, man. So once again, big up to your coaches, big up to your parents and your family for what they have done for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna have a little fun here. How do you feel about your fellow finalists' game? What's their strength and what's their weakness? And we're gonna start with Jared first. So we're gonna start with Kashan first, then we'll go with Razai, and then we'll go with Mark.
Yeah, well, Kishan, his biggest strength would be his jumping ability. And last year, his ability to go left was terrible, but I see he improved it. So now he's like a great force on offense. Razai, his mid-range shot is his greatest strength, as I could see, and his hustle. Also, Mark, his defense and his hustle. That's his greatest strength, and his corner shooting. Like, you just can't leave it open, and like he likes to trash shark a lot. So Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice, man, nice. Kishan, you next. We're going to start with Razai, then we'll go to Mark, and then we're going to finish off with Jared.
Rizai, last year as a player, Rizai, he was a good player. It just he didn't really see the court. I think one of his weaknesses was he didn't really see the court as well as a guard. But this year, he worked on finding the open passes, finding he put himself in a position to get the right shot for his team. Mark, Mark is a good defender. You know what I mean? He killed us a lot with them corner threes. A lot. He killed us, and he's an overall good defender, and he's an overall good player. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any weaknesses from him. He hustles, and he's just a good player. Jared, Jared last year we didn't really see him play as much. I can't say too bad about Jared, but this year he has shown his ability to be able to stop the ball, block the ball. We have to watch out for his volleyball skills. He's able to spike the ball. And you know what I mean? He's a pretty good shooter. He could do better on his dribbling, but as a big man, he can handle the ball pretty well.
Okay, Razai, you next. We're going to start with Mark first, then we'll go to Jared, and then we're going to finish off with Kishan.
Okay, well, like everybody else said, Mark is a really good defender and he's a knockdown shooter. I say his primary weakness is he like to shoot a little too much, but and he like gamble a lot. Other than that, I say he pretty safe. Jared, great shot blocker. He could jump. That's the volleyball skills he have there. He's a great rebounder, a great big man overall. His primary weakness is ball handling, and sometimes he like to go up a little weak. And Keyshawn is a great interior scorer. He loves to drive. He could go both ways now. Still a force it right a little bit too much, but he could go both ways. He have a decent handle. And his weakness is primarily his jump shot. Need to work on it a little bit more, purify it, become a better jump shooter.
Nice, nice. Mark, we're going to start with Jared first. We'll go with Kishan, and we'll finish with Razai.
All right. Well, I didn't play last year due to a little issues, but this year, Jared they use his volleyball, height, get good shot, shot blocker. Um, he uses height to the post too, could score in the post. Kishan from this year, he like to attack the rim. He do grab rebounds, hustle. Razai, good mid-range shooter. He uses fundamental rip through one dribble pull up. Good defender as well. And
Nice,
that's
nice.
it. Yeah.
Man, it's impressive, man. You could tell that you guys really study your opponent, to be able to remember, your opponent's weaknesses and skills. It speaks volumes of what type of basketball player, what type of athletes that you guys are, man. You guys are students of the game, so at the next level, and all the coaches and scouts that's watching, I know they're definitely impressed with some of the answers that you guys gave. You could just tell that you guys will definitely be a major asset to many schools, in the future, that you guys, are able to attend. How do you feel being a finalist for the Coach T41 scholarship? I'll start with you, Kishan.
Overall, it's a big accomplishment. I'm just thankful, I praise God, for just putting me in this position. He knows how hard I work, you know what I mean? I'd be in the backyard, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, lifting weights, push ups, you know what I mean? Just building myself up, you know what I mean? Just sticking with myself. And I just think it's a big accomplishment because I feel like everything that I worked at, is coming, is everybody in the world is, being able to see something good that I'm doing. And I just feel like this is a big accomplishment for me. And that is just the beginning of my journey.
Love it, love it. Razai?
It is a big accomplishment for me as well. I'm so appreciative that I have this opportunity, as I am for all the opportunities I've been granted in my life. Tian has done so much for me and he's continuing to give back to me and just the community by offering us this opportunity to win this scholarship.
Lovely, man. Love, love. Mark?
Well, I am really this a big accomplishment because I was really like problem child. I was getting into a lot of trouble, so it's hard for me to start that trouble and accomplish this. It's a good opportunity, good start.
Love it, man. Love it. Jared,
Yeah, well, honestly, I just grateful for being a finalist because I saw just the other day I was the last option on the bench and now I being recognized, so I appreciate that. So that's good enough for me right now.
well said. Well said, fellas. Well said. Well said. Now, you guys being the full finalists for the, for Coach T41, the boys basketball scholarship. I want you guys to give me a couple words. You guys can give me one word. You guys can give me 2 words. You guys can give me 3 words, 4 words, 5 words. But kind of describe, Coach T, as a person, as a coach, as a person, as a basketball player. And I'll start with Razai first.
The 3 words I'd use to describe Tegan is funny, intelligent, and just very, very, very helpful.
Mark?
Tegan is a helpful man, put in a lot of time. He funny, makes a lot of joke, and he was a great basketball player. From what I see, some highlights and so.
Jared?
Yeah, passionate and caring. That's how I would use to describe Tegan. Cause like, let's say for example, you're not coming practice, he'll make sure to call your phone to make sure that you come in practice and you put in the work. So I say like passionate.
Kishan?
I would say, funny, kind of like what Jared said, he's passionate. He loves the game. His experience, he's just trying to pass it down to us and, give us the experience that he was able to have.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, he hasn't
Also,
changed.
one
Go
thing
ahead,
I like
Mark.
about Tegan too, when we work out, he work out also show us like
Oh, yeah.
ain't nothing he can and like nothing we can't do. Like he just show us like as all I see is he don't help out us, work out with us. They don't feel like he punishing us.
I love that. I love that. So you guys mentioned your goals, 5 to 10 years. What are you guys willing to do to achieve those goals? Like, what are you guys willing to do? I'll start with Jared. Jared first.
Yeah, I'm willing to do whatever is necessary. Like for example, right now, I barely get any time to myself because I just point and work. Like not even only with basketball, but also with volleyball, with school, with jobs, and just in general, whatever I have to do to make it. I'll just do it.
How about you, Kishan? Very nice.
I'm willing to do anything it takes, whether it's on the court and off the court. You know what I mean? If it's whether moving away from, my home to go somewhere far to play overseas or play ball, I'm willing to make that work because, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make it. And yeah, I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Razai?
When it comes to basketball, I'm willing to put in all the work on the court, off the court, whether it's running sand, lifting weights, I'm willing to do all that. And in terms of becoming an engineer, I'm willing to spend the time studying and practicing the tactics and all of that I will need to get better.
Okay, so this is the final question that I have for you guys, and I'm not sure if Coach T might have any questions for you guys because I'm gonna bring it back up just in case if he has additional questions, for you guys. But my final question is, and I'll start with I'll start with Razai first, and the question is, what type of person and player a coach and school at the collegiate level will be getting at their program if you're able to attend?
Well, they will be getting a person who works hard at everything he does, regardless of what it is, on or off the court. And they have somebody who will give them 100% all the time and do whatever they tell them to do. Might not do it right, but give it the best effort, give it the best try.
Mark?
Well, for me, you will be accepted a respectable young man, willing to do what it takes, don't give it his all regardless of what.
Jared?
Yeah, well, for starters, the fact that my willingness to play defense and rebound, but my biggest thing would be the fact that I'm open to understand that like I'm not a perfect player and I have room to grow. So the fact that I could be coachable towards him.
And Kishan?
One thing for me, I think a college coach or scout, when they get me, they will be getting a humble and coachable player because kind of like Jerry said, I I'm willing to learn and improve my game and whatever they have to say, I'm willing to take into consideration and put in the time and work, whether it's on the court and in the classroom as well.
Well said, guys. Well said. We have before I bring up Coach T, we have a question. We have a question here from one of the viewers. Carry on the real deal, Shepherd. Have any of you guys applied to any colleges yet? And if yes, which ones? I'll start with you, Razai. Sorry, Mark. I'll start with you, Razai.
I applied to a lot of colleges, and to be quite frank, I don't remember every single one I applied, but I give out the top three I get accepted to, and I want to attend the Clarkson University, Florida Institute of Technology or Florida Tech, and University of Missouri Columbia, Mizzou.
Congrats, man. Congratulations on that, man. That's big. Mark, my bad on that last one.
I haven't applied on any colleges, but I am willing to apply to any colleges available right now.
Jared?
Yeah, I've applied to several colleges like North Carolina, Florida, like along those states, but I haven't been accepted nor declined yet because it was recently, so I haven't got any feedback yet.
Okay. And Kishan?
Well, I applied UVI and Florida Memorial University. You know, I got accepted there. They have a good basketball program and school for education as well. So yeah, and I'm willing to expand to other schools as well.
Okay, lovely. And if you guys have any issues or any questions about applying, man, you know, Coach T, myself, and the CBA staff, they have resources and people who actually work, for colleges that could definitely help you guys as well too. So we have some good resources to help you guys. So I want to say I'm proud of you guys. You guys blew me away, man. You guys are very, very mature, very intelligent. You guys got your heads on right, and continue to do what you're doing, man. You guys definitely gonna make your coaches and your family proud. You guys stay on because I'm gonna be bringing up the Hall of Famer, Coach T. He's laughing. Unmute yourself, Coach T. You laughing. Hey, I'm mute.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You can hear me? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Man, you guys have me like a kid in a candy store, man. I am so proud of every one of you guys tonight. Like, I am just super proud. Everything that I imagined when I retired and I wanted to come home and work with young people and just make the Virgin Islands a better place, you guys really is like the definition of what I've been really looking for. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have showed the entire Virgin Islands and people in the States. I have so much coaches right now. I've been texting in the background. Nobody can see me. Who said, man, you guys are well spoken, well mannered. And one of the coaches that asked me is like, how is it that UVI never even came around and recruit you guys? And I just started scratching my head, like, you know what's something funny? UVI have never really recruited Virgin Islands talent. And when you really think about it, right, Mumba, you went to Division 1 basketball. UVI never recruited you.
Never.
I went to Division 1 basketball. UVI never recruited me.
Wow.
Cuthbert went to UVI basketball. They never recruited Cuthbert. So I started talking to the coach, like, what the hell is UVI athletic department is doing? Because they are making all these Virgin Island talent just escape the door. I'm not saying that I would have gone to the UVI, but I'm saying it would have been nice knowing that we have a university in our backyard would have come out and recruit us. And and maybe that's something we need to start looking at, where the UVI need to get more involved in recruiting the local talent and having some type of staple in terms of developing us. Because if we can leave the Virgin Islands and go to all these Division 1 college and actually become professional players, imagine if we had started from home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it was a really
Very
great
true.
question that tickled my ears, and so proud of all you guys have been keeping up with a lot of the schools you guys applied to. Mark, I'm definitely on your case. I got a coach watching you all now, so don't even be smiling. So I'm on your case, buddy. Uh, and like I said, it's really this scholarship right here in terms of winning or losing. None of you guys are losers. I wish I had enough money. If I was still playing professionally, I'd have probably sponsored all you guys first year. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of heart I got.
That is true.
You know,
Echo sign.
and
Echo sign that.
yeah, and even though it might only be one winner tonight, all you guys are winners in my eyes. And I was talking to Mama, I have to mention this to the rest of the CBA staff because I'm not alone. I would like to divide the Dean Haywood scholarship to the rest of you guys who is not the winner of the Kevin Shepherd scholarship, so that all of you guys will have something in terms of going towards college. Because at the end of the day, we just want to help you in any way possible. You know, and I think everybody on our staff will agree with it. I will have to speak to Coach Haywood for sure, because that's his scholarship, to see what he would like to do. And yeah, man, I'm just so humble and proud. And as much as Mumba will toot my hand, Mumba will let you know I am, even though I'm funny, like a lot of you guys say, I will never really brag and boast and act like I'm better than anybody else, because I'm only a product of somebody who gave their time to make me the person I am today. And that's the only reason why I go back and do the same thing for you guys. So if you guys are lucky to do the same, I will charge you guys with the same thing. Don't stop the trend. Come back and do what's right for the next generation. And that's how the Virgin Islands is going to be a better place. So, man,
Yeah, man.
bless up, man. That's
Yeah,
love.
real quick too, Tegan. Wherever you guys decide to go in the future, definitely I'll be in contact with well, I'm always in contact with Coach T. I'm gonna definitely, if you guys decide to go to college abroad in the States, I'm gonna definitely keep my out on you guys. I'll look out for you guys in whichever way, with the blessings of your family and your parents, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'll do my best to help you guys in whatever way possible. So definitely I'll be in contact with Coach T as time goes on, and next year and year after, how everything works out with you guys. I'll definitely look up for you guys in whichever way possible, with, like I said, with the blessings of your family. So, and one more thing, you know Coach T don't really brag on toot his on like that. I will do that for him, because I feel like that's what we're supposed to do as fellow athletes, fellow competitors. We're supposed to show love to one another, and definitely show them the love and the respect and what they have accomplished. And I think that's very important for farmer athletes, farmer athletes for the Virgin Islands, that we need to start showing love to each other. We don't have to toot our own horn. It's important that we always show love to one another and what they have accomplished, and what he have accomplished. Not really many people in the Virgin Islands have accomplished, to be honest with you. I call a spade a spade, and it is what it is. He's accomplished so much, and for someone at his stature, for what he's accomplished, to really sacrifice his time, sacrifice a lot of financial opportunities, so much different places around the world, to come back to the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, to give you guys opportunities, really speaks volume of him. Not many people, no disrespect to the farmer athletes, but what he's doing, many people is not doing, and it is what it is. And I'm gonna always speak highly of him. I'm gonna always have his back 100%. So you guys should definitely be proud. You guys should be really appreciate what he have done for you guys, man. And I know he appreciate what you guys have done for him as well too. So I definitely want to get that out. So all the viewers as well, man, definitely when you guys see Coach T, man, just tell him thank you. Just tell him thank you. Show him love for what he's doing. Not many people doing what he's doing, and if you guys can, definitely donate, definitely donate and show love, because all of this is for the future of the Virgin Islands.
That's love, man, Mumba, man. Well said. Man, you guys leave me speechless tonight, man. I wish my boy Pang was on tonight. He told me he was working, so he was not here. So hopefully the next time. We also have the girls finalists. We have to find a date for them for the Derek Miller Scholarship. We need to find out who these young ladies are, and we'll definitely have a date for those young ladies to come on. But man, guys, I'm so proud of you. Keep working. You know I'm always here for you. Mumbai is there for you. Um, and yeah, you guys going to Orlando next week? Mark, you going?
Yeah,
Jared,
yeah,
you and Mark. Okay.
I agree
Yeah.
But
too.
both of you guys met Mumbai before.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Mumbai
a
is in
lot.
Orlando.
Yeah. That was a while back, but I will be there. So you guys gonna definitely see me, and we definitely gonna meet in person. So you know what, man. When you guys come up, we part of being the finalists, man. With me, and we're gonna definitely go out and get something to eat and stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
So we
The
treat I
bill is
treat
on
the
Mumbai.
bill is up, and the bill is on me for the little money I made in my career. Yeah, for real though. Honestly, real talk, man. Is I appreciate you guys, man. You guys really, really open up my eyes. You guys should be proud of your
Yes.
family and your coaches should be proud. I can't stress that enough.
One more thing, Mumbai. Let me ask Kishan a question. Kishan, come on, stop
Yes,
playing the video.
coach.
Do you know who is Mumbai Rivera?
This guy,
Uh,
they don't know. I
if I
asked
be
them already.
if I be honest, nah.
All right. I don't know. I hope this will do you justice, Mumbai, if they can see it. I don't know if they're gonna see this. You see, this is a major league baseball card of the Seattle Mariners. You can see it good? Damn. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring it to
yeah.
practice so you can see it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that is the guy you talking to right now. He don't toot his hand, but I don't toot his hand. And it says this is to Tegan Mumba Rivera number 26. Okay. And I got this card in 2004.
Yeah,
So
man.
you are talking to an ex major leader right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I hope you guys know that. You are talking to greatness inside this room, okay? Don't play around. Greatness. All right? Okay.
That's facts, though. He said greatness. That's facts. That's facts. Nah, man. Much love, man. T. Much love, man. All the viewers, man. I really, really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting all of the four finalists, man. If you guys are YouTube, definitely follow the channel. If you guys are Facebook, if you guys got a chance, go to YouTube, follow the channel. The channel was created by myself and by Kevin Shepard, by Stephen Hodge, by Kerryon Shepard, and it was just to preserve history and show love to all the different individuals in the Virgin Islands, not just athletes, but everyday people. We have 96, 97 episodes with some bonus episodes as well that you guys can go out and check out. All the fellow Virgin Islanders from St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, Tartola. So definitely show love to the channel. The channel is for the people of the Virgin Islands. So definitely support, like the videos as well too. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll let the four finalists say the last words before we wrap it up. Mark, I'll let you go first, Mark.
I just want to say thanks for this opportunity, and I really appreciate it, Tegan.
That's love.
Love. Jared?
Yeah, I'd also like to say thanks for this opportunity and thanks for everybody watching the show. Thanks to my mother and a special thanks to Coach Tegan.
Hey, Jared, real quick, man. I'll just say this online. Your mother was my driving school instructor, by the way, man. So tell her she did a good job. If she's not watching, if she watching, she did a good job because I'm an amazing driver, man. No tickets or anything. So she did a good job.
She ain't do it Jared, my son, because when Jared driving, I stayed at home.
Kishan, you.
I just want to say thank you to Coach Tegan, for giving me this opportunity to be one of the top finalists, and thank you for everybody that supported me and stayed in my corner along the way.
Man,
Nice.
that's love, man. Keep working.
Razai?
Keep working.
I have to say thank you for my parents. Thank you to all the coaches who helped me get here to this point. A special thanks for Tian for giving me this opportunity. Next special thanks for Mumba for bringing us on his platform to show ourselves and really expose ourselves to coaches.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Well done.
Well done, man. Parents, coaches, man, you guys have done an amazing job. Blessings to everybody. All the viewers, I appreciate you guys once again tuning in and supporting. Everybody be safe. Everybody have a good night, man. Much love. Love to the VI.